morning. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. Daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week. Things sounding scratchy again. I think I need to upgrade this equipment or something. Come on. Quit being scratchy sounding. Hang on. I must bash the Zenith just for old time's sake. Fuck it. Shit. Fuck it. Ah! That's always fun. That's always a great way to start. Okay. I'll be jumping around several story spots on the show to start it out. First off, shows that originates in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker studio. Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. I'm injured. I can barely move. I am not kidding you. My right knee is really messed up. Okay, if I have to get up to use the potty or take the dog out to go to the bathroom or something like that, you are going to see, you're going to be like, there's no way. There's no way that it really hurts that much, but it does. Oh boy. Oh. Good news, bad news. Yesterday, I closed my move ring again for the 5th day in a row. You know, the phone tells you, all right, your movement goal, you got to get this many calories burned or this many steps or whatever. And I've been, I'm gonna lean into this stupid little phone app, see how far I can get with this when it comes to being less disgusting. I don't know. Maybe that was my undoing. Maybe too much, too quickly. Tim says 5 days in a row, time to make a bigger ring. I did. 2 days ago, I made it bigger. Chris already with the blast. How many fun-sized candy bars to celebrate? Oh, yeah, I know. Is the move ring what marathoners use? No, that the move ring is, for me, just another thing that I can screw up in my quest to not being such a disgusting slob. But it does motivate me, I will say that. And here's, I'm going to be jumping around on stories. The move ring does motivate me because yesterday, Diana and I were trying to figure out this cell phone thing, which I'll get to that story too. And we were outside near a strip mall on the phone with AT&T, and I said, "Hey, while you wait on hold, I'm gonna go get some steps in." And next thing I know, she turns around, she's like, "They're here. You got to come back." So I had to get a few steps in for that deal. But if I have to get up to take a leak, you're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Because I've been sitting here, so the knee is like calming down and getting tight, if you will. But so leading into yesterday, I had a couple aches and pains, but nothing major. Like I noticed in the last few days when I go down the steps, my right knee starts to hurt a little bit. I'm like, wait and see how it is. Nothing major. Yesterday I wandered over to beautiful Hudsonville High School. The track team was there practicing pole vault. Old man wanders over to the track. Right away when I'm warming up, I realize I just don't feel good. Everything kind of hurts. Yeah, it'll it'll loosen up after about a mile of just gradually increasing my intensity. Now, this is slow. But I'm like, after that mile, I didn't feel great. Like, huh. Okay, well, I'm not going to set any land speed records here. But let's at least just do it and close the old move ring. Then, as I'm getting ready to get started, your old pal EZ feels that rumbly in his tumbly. And I'm like, uh-oh. Okay, time to get the fuck out and go home. Before I did that, I headed over to the, they have like a restroom, and it's locked. Oh, great. March into the truck, speed home the mile and a half to my house. Burst into the house. The NFKs, I go, yeah, I had to use the restroom again. Oh, okay, man, shit, fuck, make sure you wipe your ass. And, all right, so I'll end that portion of the story there. But it was like, thank God, because it was seconds away from a disaster. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'll just skip it. And I said, no, move ring. You must close the move ring. I go back to the track. Pole vaulters are finishing up. They think I'm crazy. Like, this guy was just here, and he did 1 mile, and then he left. Okay. So now what I'm doing is not really that intense or anything. I'm just, run a little bit faster for a half mile, run a little bit slower for a quarter mile, and do that a few times. Near the end of the workout, my right knee, it just, wow, shooting pain right through it. And it, like I said, it had been feeling a little weird, but not the end of the world. I was like, oh my God. And then so I like limped my way through this, the lap that I was on. And then I'm like, I can't run anymore. Let me just try to walk. So I'm walking. I've got about another 3/4 of a mile before I'm done anyway. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna walk through this. Maybe after a half a lap or something, it'll loosen up. No, not at all. In fact, it was getting worse. So I kind of walked a little more, half limping along. I get in the truck to come home. By the time I drove the mile and a half of sitting there, not using the knee, and then I tried to get out of the truck, and I almost fell down. Complete pain. Okay, limp my ass in the house. 3 Tylenol. And I'm like, this is fucking terrible. I can only assume this is some type of tendonitis. I don't know. I'm no doctor. I think this is the knee that I injured badly when I was a kid. And the theory is there's no ACL there. And you can live without an ACL, but this might be like coming back to haunt me because I never had it repaired. And if that is the case, I maybe, this is my armchair medical doctor knowledge, perhaps it is becoming arthritic because it looks wonky. The other one doesn't hurt. And honestly, I don't even know if this is the knee that I hurt when I was a kid. I don't remember. I think it is, but I'm not sure. If it is, and then if it's arthritic, that's a fucking bummer. But I don't want to lose my shit over this. I'm trying to stay calm. Probably just overuse, a little bit of tendonitis, no big deal. And then stay off of it, ice it, and in a few days start to ease back into maybe going for a walk here and there. But I'm telling you, if I have to get up to go to the restroom or let the dog out, you're going to see something that you're like, no way. There's no way that it hurts that bad. It does. Holy shit, does it hurt? When I got up actually, I had to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. I got out of the bed and I'm standing there and I'm like, I can't move. It's ridiculous. And it's a bummer because, as I was saying, my move ring 5 days in a row, was so happy about that. And I may have, at least for one day, been really, well, I kind of took care of what I was eating. No, I didn't. I didn't at all. I had another quesadilla. It was this time a steak. I'm getting so good at making these things because you put the butter on this enormous cast iron frying pan, and then you put this massive tortilla on that, and then on half of it, and the heat is real low. Half of it you put like 8 pounds of this Colby Jack cheese. And then it slowly melts, and you got to make sure to move the pan because it'll brown the tortilla in just one spot, and you don't want that. All the while, I'm cooking steak left over from the shish kebab, Slaughter the Turk shish kebab extravaganza. Steak gets done. Put it on top of the cheese. I didn't have any pico made. Fold the thing over, slap it so it creases nicely. Pull it off, and that's it. It's awesome. Oh, my God. And then washed it down with a piece of fried chicken. So I had a great day eating yesterday because all I had was some grapes, an apple, a bowl of oatmeal with a little bit of sugar in it. Probably shouldn't do that, but hey, I'm getting there. I know this sounds ridiculous to be impressed with myself because I only ate a quesadilla and a piece of fried chicken. But where I'm coming from, this is a huge win. Because after I murdered the quesadilla and the fried chicken, that was at about 5 p.m., I have not eaten. I ate nothing more. But let me tell you, and this is the best part, at about 9:30, I limped my ass downstairs to, I don't know, let the dog out or something, getting ready for bed. And I walked by the pantry. We had this walk-in pantry, and I look and I see there's a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and another box of like Golden Grahams, some of my all-time favorite cereals ever. And they're like, eat us. Eat us. Fuck you. Hang on, I got to drink this coffee. And I was like, and this is that moment I was describing to you. I can be of sound mind and, very firm in my conviction about not eating shit, even though I ate a quesadilla and a piece of chicken. But still, you got to understand when it comes to the cereal, I'm going to eat the box. So all I want to do is eat cereal. Perfect time. Right before I go to bed. Load up on a ton of sugar. And this actually, it's one thing to be worried about being a fat fuck like I am. But I also have to keep in mind something much more serious, and that is becoming diabetic. I cannot become diabetic. With one kidney, that is horrible. With 2 kidneys, that's horrible. But, do not become diabetic. And you can eat yourself into diabetes. I kept walking. I did not grab the cereal. And I said, you know what? Fucking get out of here and get to bed. This house is a minefield. If by some off chance that I am successful at this, it will be a miracle. Like, if I am successful at this, and also today they rescue those guys in the sub, they'll say, top story, Eric Zane did not eat any sugar, and oh, by the way, those guys were rescued in the sub. Doesn't make any sense, I know. But still, humor me. But now I'm bummed because this is really critical because I cannot go off the deep end on the food because I am now limited physically. The move ring streak ends today. I have to stay off of this leg to heal it. It is fucked. Oh my God. Very, very difficult. Even just sitting here when I have to move, you just saw that. In order for me to move around, I have to move the leg. And then when I kind of like bend it a little, I can feel all sorts of like pops and chirps and cracks inside of there. And painful. Painful as fuck. Holy shit. So something happened. Don't know what. I honestly think it is just overuse. Chris says, don't you have a knee brace around the house? It's not, nothing helps. I need to be off of the leg. I mean, it's that point. I need to actually be off of the leg, not doing anything to let this subside. Can you use a row machine instead of running? No, because you have to bend your knees when you do that. This is fucking legit. I can't even do anything. K-Dub. They get us on the cereal habit as kids. When we can't really think for ourselves, it becomes a habit to grab that box. It's shady. Nah. Come on now. Don't tell me you're one of those people. I never ate any type of cereal like that when I was a kid. The reason why I love eating cereal now is because I couldn't eat cereal like that when I was a kid. My mom was too damn poor. All right. So it's very, very important that I don't go off the deep end on the calories today because there's no movement. None. So critical time for your old pal EZ. On the Patreon yesterday, I was talking a little bit about how the Queen of the Forest, she scared the shit out of me when she came in this room again. And, but second time she came in, she's looking at her phone. She's like, I'm worried about this. We owe $1,038 to AT&T. What the hell? I'm like, I don't know. The only thing that's happened with AT&T is I ended when my phone went out. I got a new phone, and this is completely strange because from her, she said, Eric, I need you to do this for me because I get anxiety and I don't listen to these people when they talk. And I'm like, what? She says, yes. So we agreed that we would drive to the AT&T store and get to the bottom of why they want us to pay $1,038. Here's the information that Diana presents to me. She did actually speak to a person on the phone, and they said, yes, a payment was missed somehow, and that's weird because we have it on like automatic payment, so I don't know how that happened. And so this is the information Diana gives me. She goes, we owe $1,038, and another $650 is going to be due on the 23rd of June. And I'm like, okay. Now, I didn't freak out, which is a win. I didn't have an anxiety attack, which is a win. I said, okay, well, let's do this. Let's pay that money right now, because if we owe it and we haven't paid in a few months or whatever the hell, pay it. So we do that. Then her and I drive to the AT&T store. Also, she says to me, If I go to ask a question, they said that in order for me to speak to a person, it's going to cost me $5. I'm like, what? So this is what Diana's told me. So we go to the guy. He's alone. We walk in. How can I help you? We explain everything that I just explained to you, including, we wanted to talk and cost $5. And he goes, no, that's not true. It's $5 if you want to pay over the phone. Now, Diana kind of looks at me side-eye because this is pretty accurate. This is normal for her to kind of get a lot of this wrong when she's stressed or because she's probably freaked out when they're telling her she owes $1,038. And so, I don't know. But, so we're talking to the guy at the store, and he goes, believe it or not, I can't help you. You got to call. We walk out of the store. We walk over to Bigby. There's a table and a chair. Chairs. She calls. She's on hold. That's when I said, hey, I'm going to go work on my move ring. I'm walking. I turn around. She's walking behind me. She's like gesturing. You can't just leave. They're here. They're ready to talk. I go, oh, okay. No problem. Guy starts talking. We explain, all right, we were paying a certain amount, and then all of a sudden it's telling us we now owe like double that every month, and we just paid $1,038, but it says that on the 23rd, which is tomorrow, another $650 is flying out of the account. Keeping calm. Again, this is all about charming these people. And this guy was a nice dude. It's always a goal of mine to, even though I might be at my wit's end and freaking out, do not lose patience with these people. They will help you. Work perfectly. Again, this guy says, okay, I see what happened. For some reason, the payment didn't go through the first time. You've got a number of charges, including the sales tax for the new phone, a couple of small charges for like maybe an accessory or two. And I see that you paid the $1,038. You don't owe us money again until August. So it kind of like was all in like phone limbo, I guess. Cleared it up with one phone call. Diana's like, oh, okay. So right away, she's like calming down, feeling good. Now, what I want to say is, you realize we could have taken care of all of this if you were at home and you're on the phone and you just would take a breath. This would have, if you just relax, be patient, not freak. Because when she freaks out, what they're saying, she admitted, it tries to go in the ear, but it doesn't, it bounces out. So I had to drive across town to a store to have a guy tell us that they won't charge you $5 to talk to them, which she said they do, and then sit at a Bigby and have a phone call, which is where she was prior to going across town to talk to a guy who tells us it doesn't cost $5. She was actually doing it. Oh, my God. If she heard any part of this, it would be a full reduction of Pooh Bear points. The drama is there is no drama. None. Everything's above board. The only thing that was weird was the a giant charge, but it was all just money that we hadn't paid because for whatever reason the payment didn't go through. She was on the phone with them. She was actually, and they said, and she somehow hears $5. Oh, I can't talk to you. Click, hangs up on him. Let's go to the store, Eric. Okay, will you go with me? Okay. Oh, my God. Kenny says must have been not been a corporate store. Oh, maybe. Tyler says she can't hear when she's anxious. LOL. That's exactly right. Ashley says, my favorite thing when I'm stressed is being told not to be stressed. Works every time. Or you could have called yourself from home first. Well, based on the information I had, fuckface, I was told by the Queen of the Forest, yeah, they don't deal with the public now. It costs $5. Okay. And then there's everything is above board except the Titanic submarine. Oh, my God. Corey says ladies love it when you tell them to calm down. No, yeah, you're right. You would never do that. The better thing to do is to simply just go, okay, that sounds like a plan, and then go. And then just do what they tell you to do. And then eventually it will work out. And then you just go home. It's picking your battles. Oh, my God. So we got that taken care of. Thank goodness. Thank God. Now, all of what I just said is more important than the sub. All of the world is paying attention to the sub. Before I get to that, though, please keep in mind that the show is available on Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. Today, the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast happens at 7 Eastern Time. Check out the Patreon for free, patreon.com/Eric Zane, and sign up for 7 days and hang out with us this evening. You can actually be part of the audience. Like, I will see your face. I'll send you an invite to be part of the show. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. Don't be a pussy. Just all you got to do is hey, who are you? What's your name? Nice to have you. Where you live? Okay, enjoy the show. Bye-bye. So there you go. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Ben and I are also going to record a new episode of Who Are These Zanes tonight before the Patreon. And then that will be made available for you in, I believe on Saturday is when I release that. Okay. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. For those of you enjoying the show, Facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. And on Twitter, @Eric Zane Show and YouTube. I got to set you free. If you want the full show every day, you can't get it on Facebook. I'm talking about the free podcast. You can't get it on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. I just give you the first opening minutes of it, half hour or so. Full show is twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, or download the Twitch app and search Eric Zane Live. Audio podcasts available wherever you download shows. Please subscribe to one of the platforms, whichever one is your favorite, and get my show sent to you every day when you subscribe. Eric Zane Show on whatever platform that you listen on. If you ever want to correspond with me, quickest way is email Eric@ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners Striping inbox.